Welcome diecast fans, I'm Tom Spanners Watson.
And I'm Frank Tagiri Gibbs.
And welcome to round 4 of NASCARnage the Rookie Rumble.
This is the last lot of the heats before we go to the semi-finals. Which one of these 8 drivers is going to make it through?
And which one of those drivers is also going to join the junk pile in Kahuna Corner or down in the junkyard?
No doubt there'll be a few based on history.
So if you're not familiar with the series, if you finish off track, your racing is over, that's it, no do-overs. If you finish on your roof or your side, that's 0 points, and the point system runs 10, 8, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I've really been looking forward to this group because in the first NASCARnage that we ran, half of these cars actually made it all the way through to the final. And in fact, that Dorsey car was the winner overall in the last one. So we know that the cars are good and it all comes down now to the drivers.
Well, there's been a lot of rookies look good and then blow it right at the last minute. So you never know.
Yeah, as I said before, that's the way the rookie crumbles.
All right, enough chit chat. Let's get to some racing in the front row. We've got the number 5 Prestone car of Burn Rubber, and next to him is the 44 Cornflakes car of Blackfish. And Blackfish trying to get into a bit of a lead there. Burn Rubber pulling up next to him, gets out on the sidewall. There's a little bit of carnage in behind. Burn Rubber pushes through. A beautiful run there. The number 9 Cummings car of Nathan Never blocking out Blackfish for second place there as well.
Now, amazingly, we had all 8 cars finished, but I was sure somebody went over. So let's have a look at the Jim's Rooms replay. And it looks like Cortez and the number 8 Dorsey car went over, but then the track art car of Racer X actually nudged him back up onto his wheels.
Well, as you said before, this group is some of the best cars that were in the field originally, and there we go, all 8 drivers finishing and some great battles all the way to the finish line.
In fact, we need a closer look at 4th through 6th. So you see Burn Rubber push through, then Nathan Never gets around Blackfish, but look at this race for 4th there. RB just squeaks in ahead of the number 1 Pyroil car of Demon Preacher.
As we go to the leaderboard, Burn Rubber there holding on to first position, looking good. Blackfish, unfortunately, even though he started in the front row, only managed 3rd, but well done Nathan Never. That was a great drive from him, and now it's Blackfish and Nathan Never side by side in the front row.
Blackfish will definitely want some redemption here.
And he's got a good run out of the gate here. He'll come out of KM Corner with the lead. Burn Rubber and Nathan Never in behind. Another car goes over and behind, and there goes the number 44 Cornflakes car with a huge lead. Another tight battle for 3rd through 5th there, and quite a few cars made it across the finish line. But that's the 00 track art car of Racer X on its roof, and unfortunately that is Bringer of Death stuck in Kahuna Corner.
Maybe we should rename him Bringer of DNF.
Dude, that's a bit harsh.
Demon Preacher there catching his rear wheel on the bridge, flipped him over, but he gets back on his wheels and made it all the way to the finish line. What an incredible run from him.
And check out Racer X here at the back of the field, just rolling all by himself.
That was quite a spectacular move from Demon Preacher, especially to make it all the way around. But what was going on there in that track art car?
And then check out this finish from Burn Rubber. He just manages to hold on to second place.
It was a great challenge around the outside from the number 8 Dorsey car, and then Nathan Never and the Cummings car almost had him as well.
So as we look at the leaderboard, Blackfish moves into second place, Nathan Never dips down to 3rd, and we've got Burn Rubber still holding on to the number 1 spot.
Burn Rubber got to be an early favourite, but as we know, anything can happen.
Now we've got the number 9 Cummings car of Nathan Never, next to him Demon Preacher and the number 1 Pyroil car. Nathan Never leading the pack out. He'll come out of KM Corner with the lead, looking good. Blackfish close on his tail. Oh, Blackfish goes over, but he's back on his wheels. Demon Preacher trying up the inside, but there goes Blackfish again. Demon Preacher getting held up as Bringer of Death moves into second place, and the track art car just going through. And we've got the number 75 of RB there, cruises into 4th place, even though he stopped short of the line.
I can't believe how close some of these cars got, but just couldn't make it all the way to the finish line.
Well, at least most of those cars are going to get half points, but unfortunately for Nathan Never, he'll get 0 because he's on his side.
As we go back through the Jim's Rooms replay, watch the number 44 Cornflakes car there. So he rolls over, Demon Preacher gets up behind him, and then he flips him back on his wheels. Then those two battle, Demon Preacher goes high, the number 44 car goes to the inside, you'll see it on this angle, and then he gets a nudge from Bringer of Death. Unfortunately for Burn Rubber, he got stuck in behind. Then the track art car there of Racer X just manages to crawl across the line, but everybody else gets held up. And then finally, RB in the number 75 white Mattel car is very late to the party, but he manages to crawl into 4th position.
Well, we know that every one of these points is going to be absolutely essential, and we've got a leader change. Blackfish now moves into the lead. After 2 wins in a row, he takes a 6-point lead over Burn Rubber.
It's only race 3, so there's plenty of time to make it up yet. But crikey, what a blinder so far.
Now we've got the number 1 Pyroil car of Demon Preacher next to him as Bringer of Death. Both of them battling hard through KM Corner. Demon Preacher with the lead. Bringer of Death trying to close up, but he's not going to do it. And Demon Preacher there with a celebratory spin across the finish line. Bringer of Death followed up by Nathan Never, Cortez, Racer X, and it looks like that's everyone that's going to cross the finish line.
RB there will at least pick up half points because he's through the exit, but unfortunately for Blackfish and Burn Rubber, they're going to get 0 because they couldn't get through the exit to Kahuna Corner.
So the battle for the top 4 heats up, but Blackfish still holding on with that 6-point lead over Burn Rubber. As we go to race 5 now, it's Bringer of Death in the front row. Next to him is Racer X in the 00 track art car. Absolutely bump drafting him there is Cortez in the number 8 Dorsey car. And down goes Bringer of Death and Cortez. Racer X strolls on down to the finish line completely unchallenged. Then we've got Demon Preacher fell out somewhere, and it's a tight run there between Burn Rubber and RB.
What happened with Demon Preacher? He was right on the tail of Racer X. I can't believe he got stuck.
Looks like the number 8 Dorsey car of Cortez got in his way somehow.
So here you see Racer X getting around, and then you've got RB in the background, Burn Rubber pushing through, and then you've also got Bringer of Death. And then here it was an incredible run to the finish line, but Burn Rubber, I think, just took it. Let's go overhead. And he does by an absolute eyelash there. What a corker of a finish.
And with that, we've got another leader change. Burn Rubber jumps back into the lead by 2 points this time. This battle is absolutely heating up as we go to race number 6.
Wow, we're into race number 6 and we haven't lost the car. I reckon this crowd could go all the way with all 8 drivers.
Oh, Frank, jinx much?
No, honestly, I think they're really good.
Something going on in the background there. Oh, over goes Cortez. He has crashed out. We've got Racer X up front. Bringer of Death races through. And, Burn Rubber's on the track at the bottom there somehow. Racer X and Bringer of Death move through to take first and second. And Burn Rubber on his roof. And we've got Demon Preacher off the track. That is his racing done. And then we've got a massive pile-up under the bridge at the entry to Kahuna Corner.
Okay, so maybe I jinxed it a little bit.
Do you think?
It all seemed to go wrong at KM Corner. Look at Demon Preacher there in the number 1 car getting his rear end up on the sidewall. And then right up the front, we had Cortez riding the side rail. He gets flipped over. RB parks up on the bridge. Oh, and look at Nathan Never in the number 1 Pyroil car of Demon Preacher getting absolutely spanked there.
Demon Preacher got absolutely pasted there. You see it as he comes through. You've got the 75 car parking up. Nathan Never clips him, and then Demon Preacher getting spun around on his roof, flicked off the side of the track. And the flip side to that was Burn Rubber also getting thrown off the track. Luckily for him, he bounced back onto track, so he's okay. But Demon Preacher is out for the count.
Bringer of Death and Racer X doing a nice job to avoid Burn Rubber there as well.
And with that mass pilot, we've got another leader change. Bringer of Death now moves into the lead.
Cortez and RB trailing the field. They're really going to have to pull finger if they want to stay in this competition.
Well, this is their best chance. They're both in the front row this time. RB on the outside and the number 8 Dorsey car of Cortez on the inside. Cortez looks like he'll come out of KM Corner with the lead. He's well ahead of the others in his row. Nice jump. Oh, but he goes over. He's back on his wheels. RB pushing through. Burn Rubber tries to get past, and it's an absolute nose to tail over the finish line as everybody else manages to cross. But we've got Cortez hooked up on the sidewall.
We're missing one more. Oh, there's Nathan Never. He's caught up in KM Corner.
Let's have another look at what was going on up front with Cortez there.
He came in very nose heavy. He managed to land okay, but then quickly rolled over. He comes around, hits the exit to Kahuna Corner, and then right there, he gets hit from RB. That throws him up on the sidewall. Unfortunately, he couldn't unhook himself, and Burn Rubber tries to push past. He can't do it, and everybody else just making sure they cross the finish line by slamming into the car in front of him.
We've now got 5 cars within 10 points of each other. Bringer of Death leading the way, but close behind we've got Burn Rubber, then Racer X, Blackfish, and RB.
So another absolute nail-biter as we go into the final.
Burn Rubber and RB in the front row. Either one of these drivers will be looking for maximum points. The number 44 Cornflakes car there pushing hard on the back of Burn Rubber. Cortez gets loose again. Burn Rubber looks like he's going to run down for an easy win here. Oh, he goes sideways. RB goes through, and it looks like the 44 car might have slipped past him as well. What an insane run there from Burn Rubber in this final race.
That was absolutely ridiculous. Burn Rubber had such a good lead. RB was quite happy with second, but as soon as he saw Burn Rubber open the door, he leapt through to take maximum points. And then the number 44 car there of Blackfish looks like he actually slipped past Burn Rubber as well.
Well, that was a super dramatic finish. Let's have a look at the overhead. So here we go. We've got Burn Rubber stalling out. And he does it! Blackfish actually slips by for second place. What's that done to the leaderboard?
So Bringer of Death was number 1, but Burn Rubber, even with those mistakes, manages to take number 1 spot. But look at this, we've got 3 drivers tied on 38, which means there's 5 drivers that have qualified, but we can only take 4.
Well, we obviously can't take 5 drivers through because that would throw everything out. We're just going to take a quick break and calculate how we're going to work out who's going to continue on.
Have you been stuck looking after your kids and you need a break? We'll bring them on down to Jim's Rims Tires and Body Shop and let us babysit them by leaving them in the car and putting the car through the car wash while you go into the on-site bar to grab yourself a drink. Jim's Rims Tires and Body Shop. Entertainment for the whole family.
Alright, diecast fans, we've decided the only logical thing to do is have a 3-car race-off.
So it's all or nothing for these drivers. They've got to give it everything they've got or go home empty-handed.
And we're just doing a very simple 3-point system for these drivers. As we get underway, RB jumps out early, but don't write off Racer X yet. Here he comes. They're side by side as they go over the jump. Blackfish goes down, and look at that move by the 00 car. Shuts out RB and will take the first win. So Racer X starts off with maximum points, and I can guarantee that's not the start that Blackfish wanted. 0 points. Racer X out in front, RB second, but it's still anybody's race.
I think RB may be the fastest car here. Looks like he's going to come out of KM corner with a big lead.
Well, we know it's not just about speed, it's also about handling. And Blackfish with a nice overtake up the inside of Racer X. He charges down, trying to get around RB, but RB holds him out. Oh, and I think he just ran over a spectator. And with Racer X stalling out there, he is only going to pick up half a point.
Well, RB's looking pretty good as long as he can finish this and pick up some points. But who's it going to be? Is it going to be Racer X or Blackfish joining him in the semi-finals?
Blackfish is going to come out of KM corner with the lead. RB slips into second. Clean over the jump, and a huge burst of speed there from Blackfish as he storms down to take the win. And now it comes down to where the others finish. RB pulls up short. He is only going to pick up half points. And we've got Racer X stalled out as well. That is only another half point.
Wow, what an incredible run right at the end there from Blackfish. And with that win, he moves into second place, so RB and Blackfish will be moving through to the semi-finals.
Well, this has been an absolutely titanic battle to get down to the top 4 races.
And if that racing hasn't deserved a like from you all, I don't know what does.
Well, and of course, why not leave us a comment while you're here?
Oh, absolutely, because that really helps.
But congratulations to tonight's drivers. You're moving into the semi-finals, so there's only 3 more races before we find out who will be crowned the Rookie Rumble champion. All right, that's enough from us tonight. Thanks very much for watching. I'm Tom Spanners Watson, he's Frank the Guru Gibbs, and we look forward to seeing you next time.